morning, everybody, and happy cold, rainy, miserable Saturday. But it is yard sale Saturday, and as you can see, people, even though despite the weather, are still out selling all kinds of goodies. I'm out with Chris. It is super, super early, but we're gonna find all the amazing deals. Let's see what they got. Okay guys, that was amazing. I picked up a whole boatload of DVDs, a Wii Mini with a bunch of games, some of them being Mario games, for a total of $30. That was it. And that is why you get up nice and early and get up to the yard sales as soon as you possibly can, because there are some amazing deals to be had. And this right here is an amazing deal. All right. Let's continue on. Let's hope this is the way today is going to go down. All right, guys, check these out. We have Walt Disney World Garden Grill hats. These are so cool. There are 3 of them. I'm thinking Chris and I, should we get them and then wear them today? I'm thinking we should.
I don't think so.
I think I look pretty good. What do you think? Leave a comment down below if you think Chris is pussing out because he doesn't want to wear these cool hats all day long. Come on, let's do it.
You buy it, sure.
If I buy it, you'll wear it all day long? Really?
No, you gotta wear it too, though.
I'll wear it too. We'll both wear them all day long?
No, I don't think so.
See, now that he knows I'm going to do it, he won't do it. I would have loved to have picked that Robin Hood VHS up, but the case was in horrible, horrible condition. We're about to get run over by this person backing up. However, I did find a WWF VHS. Well, I'm sorry.
I found it.
Chris found me a WWF VHS. That is awesome. And the guy actually talked himself down. I asked how much, and he gave me a price and then lowered that price for no apparent reason. He takes after Chris.
He's awesome like me.
He goes for the Chris school of haggling. Right.
No, 25 cents.
All right, so doing pretty good today so far. So all right, again, let's continue on and see what else we can find. All right, picked up 4 more DVDs, 2 of them being brand new, factory sealed. I got an amazing deal on these as well, only 50 cents a piece. Not too bad. All right, Chris just completed, at least he thinks he completed, his Batman Special Edition DVD releases, and those are both brand new, factory sealed. Awesome, he got those for $1 a piece. Me here, check this out, Hoodwinked 2 3D. That is awesome. Picked that one up for me. And 3 other Blu-rays here, paid a total of $5 for all of this. That is just fantastic. I love yard sales. Think we'll find anything else good?
Hopefully.
I think so. All right, this is looking a lot more promising. We just pulled into our second community yard sale, and there's just yard sales everywhere. The last like 10 stops we went to, there was really nothing at all, unfortunately. There was that Scooby-Doo Where Are You Season 3 DVD set at that last yard sale, but it was missing disc 1, so oh well. Anyway, tons of people selling stuff here. Hopefully, we'll find some good deals. Well, I thought this looked more promising. Not a single one of these people had any DVDs for sale, or Blu-rays, or VHS, or video games, or anything like that whatsoever. So, I don't know, we started off pretty strong, but now, not so much. Now that was more like it. Tons of DVDs. Unfortunately, it was mostly all very, very common titles. There was nothing that Chris needed, although you were looking at what, Man
vs. Wild, but I need to save money.
Oh, was it scratched?
There's a light scratch on one of the discs, but for $2 I might have still picked it up if I wasn't needing to save money.
I did grab 2 titles here. I grabbed both of these for the store though. They made a deal on these for me, so that was awesome. All right, still I think 2 more yard sales in this community to check out. Hopefully they'll have as many DVDs as that guy did. Nope, definitely not as many DVDs. In fact, none whatsoever. But all right, the day is still young, and we got plenty more yard sales, I think anyway, to hit up. Well, I did pick up Psycho for the store, and that's awesome, but oh man, that Diamond Edition Beauty and the Beast DVD Blu-ray combo pack, that would have been fantastic for the store. Unfortunately, it was missing the main feature Blu-ray, so I had to unfortunately I had to pass up on that, but that's heartbreaking, it truly is. Well, you certainly can't pass up on 50-cent Blu-rays. That is amazing. Again, I love yard sales. Not only was Winnie the Pooh scratched, but it had a non-existent Disney movie reward code. I've never seen that before. Pretty awesome Loot Crate gear there, but Loot Crate's really not my thing. However, I'm not gonna pass on a Galaxy Quest patch for 50 cents. That's pretty awesome. Well, that was awesome. That's a $5 Disney pin frame thingy I came across. Totally awesome. And she gave it to me for only $3. That was an amazing deal. Today has been pretty good. Well, that was nice. $1 for an out-of-print DVD. This is awesome. Overnight delivery, a movie that's been in my wish list for some time now. Now, unfortunately, the disc is not in perfect condition, but for $1, I'll take it. All right, guys. Well, I do believe that is about it for the yard sailing. It's coming up like 1:30. Everybody's packing up, and it's done and over with. And we have not eaten anything yet today. We are both very, very hungry. So it's time for some Bravo pizza. Chris, you've never been here, have you?
I've been here once. But
You've been to Bravo? Bravo?
I went here when you got your toast bread or something.
Oh, my I thought you said I thought you said toes spread. I was like, what am I getting, a pedicure?
Oh yeah.
Toast bread. Is that what you said? Toast bread?
Toast bread or something.
It's called garlic bread. They have garlic bread here. Toast bread. They have the best toast bread I've ever had in my entire life. What the hell is toast bread? Seriously.
It's 1 o'clock. Okay?
All right. Anyway, let's go get some pizza and some toast bread. And that was delicious. So, Chris, what do you think? I mean, it's no toast bread, but it's pretty good. All right, so Chris has yet to check out a Dollar Tree and all their new DVDs and Blu-rays that have been showing up, so we decided to stop by the one near my house. And your thoughts on the selection? So he's not too impressed. I'm actually going to pick up 2 Blu-rays that I didn't grab before because they're $1. It's Blu-ray. What the heck? Chris, I don't really know if he's grabbing much of anything. Maybe one. All right, guys, back home, and just wow, today was amazing. I found so many just fantastic deals for great prices. So much cool stuff picked up. One of the things I grabbed today, pretty much the first thing I grabbed today was just mind-blowingly amazing. I could not believe what I found, and it just goes to show you, get up early, get to the yard sales as soon as possible because you might come across just an amazing deal. So, okay, let's take a look at everything that I picked up today. I guess we'll start off with the non-kind of cinema stuff first, including something that actually I didn't get today yard selling. This is something that Chris picked up for me. We have this awesome Disney mug. Check this out. Really cool Tigger mug. There we go. That is awesome. This is a Disney store exclusive. Very, very cool. He picked it up for only 97 cents, which I did pay him back for. So awesome. 97 cents for a rather large Tigger mug. That is really cool. My Winnie the Pooh mugs are just starting to get out of hand. I have so many Winnie the Pooh mugs. Apparently, I guess he's the most popular Disney character because I come across Pooh mugs all the time. I love this one, so that's awesome. Thank you, Chris, for finding that for me. Then some more Disney here. This is totally cool. Paid only $3 for this. This is just an amazing assortment of Disney pins. We have 3. We have Tinkerbell, we have Mickey, we have Cinderella, and then we have Pluto. And that's it. This whole thing only has 4 pins. I don't know if you were supposed to maybe get more to put on it or what. I'm actually not 100% sure. I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to put more on this or as much as you want, or maybe you buy this and you put pins. I don't really know how this works, but it only has 4 pins, oddly enough. I am actually going to take... Yeah, it looks like you can't even get the back off. I don't know. I'm actually going to take the back off though and take the pins out and put them on my pin board. Because yeah, this is not in the best condition. I really wouldn't want to hang it up anyway. I have nowhere to hang it up. I want to put the pins with my pins. And again, it's not really in the best condition. So I'm going to take the pins out of here actually and hang them up. And I do like all 4 of these pins. They had this marked at $5 and I was going to pay that for it. I was thinking about saying maybe, would you do 4 for it? Because it was getting kind of late in the day and I thought, okay, $1 a pin, that seems like a good deal. So I take it up and I go, I would like to get this. And she goes, okay, just give me 3 for it. All right. I didn't even try to talk her down. For all she knew at that moment in time, I was 100% fine paying $5 for this. And she talked herself down. That's twice that happened today. So odd. $3 for this was a steal. That is a really, really cool find. I love me some Disney pins. Then this is great. A Galaxy Quest patch. How awesome is that? Paid 50 cents for this from a Loot Crate. That is really, really cool. The guy apparently had a subscription to Loot Crate and had a ton of Loot Crate stuff. He had boxes out of just Loot Crate goodies, and apparently he said down in his basement he had 5 more boxes or something like that he was thinking about bringing up. But honestly, when it comes to Loot Crate, I'm not really all that into Loot Crate, so this was the only thing I saw that I had any interest in whatsoever. And again, it was 50 cents. It was a Galaxy Quest patch. That is really, really cool. Probably gonna put it on my bag. I don't know. Chris wanted me to put it on my jacket, and that's not a bad idea, but I don't know if I feel like sewing something onto my leather jacket. I don't know. Still, very awesome. That's great. 50 cents, a steal. All right, then for I paid $0.25 for this. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Movie 2, The Secret of the Ooze. This is the official comic book adaptation of the Golden Harvest motion picture. Oh my goodness. That is fantastic. But look at this, guys. Ready for this? Oh, look at that awesome ad for the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video game for the NES. This here... oh, that takes me back. I had this game. I played it all the time. I was one of those people who didn't hate the game. At the time, I was like many people and didn't understand like what it was because the game had like nothing to do with the animated series. It had nothing to do with the movies. I was kind of confused, but of course now I know it was based more on the comic, the original comic books, than it was the movies or the TV show or anything like that. So now it makes more sense. But still, I love the game and I played it all the time, even though it was extremely difficult and I never beat it. To this day, I've still not beat that game. But awesome! What a really cool ad. So this was amazing. 25 cents for that. Had to grab it. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at what in my opinion is the coolest thing that I picked up today. This was fantastic. For a total of $30, I picked up, how do I want to show you this to you guys? I got a Wii bundle and a DVD bundle. This was so cool. The DVDs should have came out to I think like $12, but I said, or what I wanted to do was pay $10 for them. I was like, all right, I want to get those DVDs, but I don't want to pay $12 for it. I want to pay $10 for it. And I was going to say, would you take $10 for this? And then they also had the Wii, and I was like, it's kind of cool. They wanted $25 for it. Not a bad deal, but I kind of only wanted to pay $20 for it. So I said, you know, hey, if I get all this, will you just do $30? They said yes. So, all right, let's take a look at the Wii bundle first. We have two Wii remote, not Wiimote, Wii remote, and a nunchuck. We got a black and a red one, and they both have the rubbery cases on them. Then we have this Disney Infinity stuff here. We have Jack, we have Sully, we have Mr. Incredible, we have Mike Wazowski, then you have the platform, and then this little doodad. I don't really know what this is too much. I honestly have no idea how this game even works. I'm not an aficionado on this stuff. So there's that. It also has these cards. I don't know what these Infinity cards are for, and I guess the instructions and whatnot. And it does also have the game. So we have Disney Infinity, the game. That is great. Then some more games also. We have Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. How cool is that? And then the best games of all, oh my gosh, we have Super Smash Brothers Brawl, which I did play a little bit. I have tested this out. It does work. And it turns out that I'm horrible at modern games. I was just button mashing the whole time. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just hitting buttons, and I guess I'm playing. I won. I was playing as Wario, and I beat Zelda. Again, I don't know how, but I did. I kept using a motorcycle. I don't know. Anyway, so that's so cool. And Mario Kart Wii. Oh my gosh, what just an amazing assortment here of games. That is so cool. And these all have like the instruction booklets and everything inside. That is just too cool. And of course we have the Wii. Oh, there's also this Disney Infinity thing. It's Bolt? I don't know. You tell me. Then we actually have the Wii Mini itself. And again, this is in working condition. I did test this out. Has the owner's manual, the operating instruction thingy with like everything's inside this. That is awesome. And of course, all the plugs and the sensor bar. That is all included. So it is complete. It came with 4 different games. It came with the Infinity stuff. It came with the Wii remotes and the nunchuck. And I just, $30 for everything here. This is so cool. And then again, $10 for these games, or for these movies. We have Pulp Fiction, the collector's edition, brand new factory sealed. This is cool too. Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison collection. I was actually thinking about grabbing this for the store, but I think I'm gonna keep this for myself because it's kind of cool. Look at this. The front opens up here. And you have some Happy Gilmore stuff, and then you got some Billy Madison stuff, and both of the movies are still brand new factory sealed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that one for myself. It's kind of neat. Then we have The Grand. This is awesome. This movie's actually pretty good. I like this movie. This is the Best Buy exclusive. We had brand new factory sealed. I do have a copy of this for myself, and it does come with like playing cards. Really cool release. Eastbound and Down seasons 1 and 2. House of Lives, the complete first season. I've never seen this show, but looked interesting. I figured I'd pick it up. If you guys have seen this, if you're a fan of the show, leave a comment down below. Let me know about it. Looked cool. I figured I'd pick it up. And then Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, and Dead Man's Chest, both brand new factory sealed on DVD. I'm not going to pass up Disney, especially something as amazing as Pirates. I love the Pirates series. I know I've stressed that like a million times. I think this just franchise is amazing, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait for movie number 5. I'm so pumped. I've watched the trailer like 15 times now, and I'm like, I want to see it so bad. I might actually make it to the theaters to see the new Pirates movie. I might. I said that before about movies, but I might. We'll see. So again, all of these movies right here and that Wii, $30. Just mind blown. All right. Then we got some more goodies. This is the other title that was talked down. We have The Rock, the People's Champ. I asked how much the guy wanted. He goes, 50 cents. A quarter. Okay, so I gave him a quarter. Awesome. That's fun. So cool. Then for a total of $5, picked up some DVDs here. We have Training Day, The Ugly Truth, and Resident. These two are going to be up at the store. Resident, I kind of grabbed for the store at first, but yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep this for myself. It looks kind of interesting. I don't know. You guys leave a comment down below. Is this a good movie? I thought it looked interesting, like I said. So I'm actually gonna keep it for myself. And this is amazing. We have Hoodwinked 2, Hood vs. Evil. This is awesome. I do have a copy of the standard edition release. I think it's like a Blu-ray DVD combo pack within my collection. This here is the 3D Blu-ray, DVD, digital copy, and I believe, yes, bonus like CD sampler combo pack. That is just, again, amazing. What a really cool find. That is just awesome. The guy wanted $2 a piece for all these, which was, you know, an okay deal, but I said, you know, I would definitely do 2 for this. I wasn't going to say no to that. But these, I wasn't, like, dying to have, so I was like, will you just do 5 for them all? And he said, okay. Always good to haggle. But this is awesome. Love adding yet another 3D title to my collection because, unlike most people, I am actually a big fan of 3D. I think it's fantastic. I cannot get enough of 3D. I hate that it's dying. This is awesome. $1 for this. We have I Am Dickens, He's Fenster, the 50th Anniversary Collector's Edition, Volume 1. And the disc, I gotta fix that. The disc, I'm not gonna touch it now. The disc is like loose inside. One of the hubs, like it's broken. I gotta replace that. But this is great, featuring Gomez Addams. Like that's so cool. I've actually never heard of this show, which kind of surprises me. I look at this and think, why do I not know what this is? This looks like something I should at least heard of. I mean, maybe I haven't ever seen it, but I should at least know what this is, and I do not. This is my first time ever knowing of this title's existence. The guy who I bought it off of said it's really cool and he loves it. Obviously he bought it, so that's awesome. Paid $1 for this, really cool. Luckily it was not too destroyed. Like a slight bit of water damage there on the case, not a big deal. They also had Frankenstein, which I would have loved to have picked up for the store. I do have it in my own collection. Would have loved to have grabbed it for the store, but the water had gotten like inside the case because it was kind of raining today, and I was so bummed. That would have been cool. Then for $2, 50 cents a piece, picked up Happy Gilmore, so another Happy Gilmore today, brand new factory sealed. Old Dogs, again, brand new factory sealed. Lincoln and Furious 7, and let's see, these have like digital codes or anything in them? No, they don't. I don't think they were supposed to, but that is so cool. So again, 50 cents a piece for those. This is awesome. This is a title that has been on my wish list for I'm gonna move these. Pile's getting kind of out of hand. This is a movie that's been on my wish list for a long time, and I never come across this. In fact, if I am not mistaken, this is the first time I have ever seen this anywhere. That includes stores, out in the wild, period. I've never come across this anywhere else other than online. We have Overnight Delivery. This is a great Paul Rudd, Reese Witherspoon movie. I used to watch this all the time on, I think, like HBO and stuff like that. It used to be on all the time when I was in like high school or middle school, something like that. Probably high school. This used to play on TV quite a bit, so I love it. That is great. I paid $1 for it. Unfortunately, the disc does have some scratches. Now, I don't think there's scratches that are going to cause any sort of playback issues, but it is what it is. And the case needs to be replaced. It's got like this slice through it or something, which unfortunately goes into the artwork as well. I know, not the best condition, but yeah, this was too cool. I paid $1 for this. It's something I've been looking for a very long time. For $1, I had to pick it up, and I apologize, guys, if I sound really disgusting. My allergies are going nuts today. Like all day long, I was scratching my eyes, so I don't know if you can tell through my glasses, but in the video, my eyes are bright beet red. It's because I spent the whole day rubbing them and like sneezing and coughing and just allergies is going nuts. As a kid, I never had allergies. Now as an adult, I do. What's up with that? Then for 50 cents, I picked up Boyhood, the Blu-ray DVD digital HD combo pack. Unfortunately, it looks like no code inside, but still really cool. Psycho, that is awesome. One of the greatest horror movies ever made, in my opinion. Probably Alfred Hitchcock's best movie. I know a lot of people like Vertigo and North by Northwest. Good movies, but I don't know. I like Psycho. I'm just a big fan of this movie, so awesome. And then the last thing here I picked up that I have to show you guys, I picked up Third Rock from the Sun Season 2 and Season 3, the original Anchor Bay releases. And I had to grab these because I do have Season 1 on sale at the store. I'm thinking I could grab these and just bundle them all together. I'll probably just sell Season 1, 2, and 3 together on my store. Pick these up for $3. They wanted 2 apiece. Again, not a bad deal, but I said, how would you feel on 3? They said, okay. So that is too cool. So there you go. That is everything I picked up today. Oh, know what? That is not everything. There's actually 2 more things I gotta show you quick. Actually, there are 3 things that I forgot to show you guys. First one here being this awesome bucket of marble mazes. This is really cool. As I said before, I am always picking these up for Cinema Sickness Jr. As a kid, I had marble mazes. I loved them, thought they were so cool, but the biggest problem I had was I always wanted more. I always wanted to build a huge, gigantic, just amazing, mega marble maze, and when Cinema Sickness Jr. gets old enough for these, they do say 3 and up, but I think he's still a little bit too young for marbles. But like in the next year or so, when he's old enough to play with these, he's gonna have a huge set of these to just build a gigantic marble maze, and that is going to be so cool. He's going to have the marble maze that I never had as a kid. They wanted $5 for it. I said, would you take 3? They said yes. Awesome find to add to Cinema Sickness Jr.'s marble maze collection, whatever you want to call it. He's going to have such a cool set eventually. Okay, and then I picked up 2 titles from Dollar Tree. These are 2 Blu-rays that I looked at before yesterday and whatnot. I thought, should I grab them? No, I guess I don't need them, but whatever. They were Blu-rays. I figured I'd pick them up. There are still DVDs that I'm going to pass on, but $1 Blu-rays, I kind of feel stupid passing up on them, so I decided to grab them. We have Goodbye World. I've never seen it. I know absolutely nothing. Apparently, this is all caused by a cyber attack. Like you would think some kind of apocalyptic thing, but no, a cyber attack. So I'm guessing that's what happens when all the cell phones in the world go down. So anyway, I don't know, cool. And then I hear this isn't that great, but I'm interested. We have Dawn of the Dragon Slayer DVD Blu-ray digital copy combo pack. Again, I hear it's not all that great, but hey, for $1, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna check it out. So for $1 a piece at Dollar Tree, I figured I would grab both of these for the collection. And yeah, I look forward to checking them out. Like I said, they were $1. Otherwise, I probably would have passed on them. So okay, now there you go. That is everything that I picked up today. But that is not it for today, because I did watch 2 movies. I watched one very late last night, which was a really stupid idea because I had to get up very early this morning to go out and do some yard sailing, so I probably should have got to bed early, which I'm going to try to do tonight. We'll see, because I gotta get up early tomorrow for some flea marketing that Chris and I are gonna do. Yeah. I did watch, again, like I said, one movie last night, and I checked out Carnival Train. This is a documentary that I've wanted to see ever since, and I apologize, I forget who, but since one of you sent this to me, I've definitely wanted to check this out. Interesting documentary all about this traveling carnival. It's really interesting. I like how this is copyrighted 1999, and that's just not the artwork. I actually waited to the very end of the credits, and yes, the credits are copyrighted 1999, so that's when this was released. However, this is definitely not shot in 1999. This is very early 90s. There's lots of like gangster rap and like old school, like very old school hip hop. It's very, 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 and of course the way everybody's dressed, it's very like very early 90s, which I found amusing. So this is again really interesting. It's about this traveling carnival. They're stationed in like Florida, and they travel like as far all the way up the East Coast as New York, and they do all this by train. So they pack this train up and they take it into town. They unload everything, they set everything up, and then they do what they do over like a long weekend. Pack it all back up on the train, move to the next location, and do all this pretty much like all summer into fall. I think once the fall hits, they go back down to Florida and they do some carnivals, some like fall carnivals down there. And then for the winter, they just pack up and wait for the spring to come again for more carnivals to start. So that is really, really neat. In fact, I've never been to any of these carnivals that this company does, but I've actually seen some of them. They actually do one outside of Philly, and they do one in Delaware as well. So I've never been to them, but I've driven past them before. I found that really interesting. So this is pretty cool. Interesting documentary. I wouldn't say it's anything amazing, but it is really interesting to see what goes on in a traveling carnival. And it's the last traveling carnival by train too. It's the only people who do that still to this day. So very interesting to see what goes on, the process of setting up, getting everything on the train, unloading the train, setting up, all the people who are involved in the barkers and the people who work at the sideshow and the people who run the equipment and the safety guy and the people who do the concession stands and all that stuff. It's really interesting to see what goes on in the crazy, very interesting type of people who do this kind of stuff. So very cool, interesting documentary, and I definitely enjoyed it. I guess it's not something that's going to be for everybody, but if you come across it and you like interesting documentaries, it's one to check out. And then when Chris and I got back from doing some yard sailing, we wanted to go somewhere. Today's plan was to basically spend all day doing something. In fact, I should maybe only just be getting home now. That was the plan, but it was getting kind of late. By the time we were done yard sailing and eating, it was coming up like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And at that point, we really weren't sure what to do because everywhere we wanted to go was a little bit further away. And by the time we got out there, it would be starting to get dark, and we didn't know how late things were open in these areas because we had never really been to them. We were thinking maybe the Jersey Shore, but it's not Memorial Day weekend yet, so we don't know how late stuff's even open down there. So we were like, if we get somewhere, are we going to waste the gas and the tolls and the time to get all the way to wherever we're going just to find out everything's closed up? We had no idea. So we decided we're not going to go anywhere. We would just come back here and watch a movie. Yes, we watched a movie lovingly on this couch. It was nice. Chris is a huge fan of the Civil War. For those of you who do not know, Chris is a Civil War buff. This is something I didn't even know until last fall. We went to Gettysburg and he started rambling off all this information. I'm like, why do you know this stuff? I had no idea. Yes, he's a Civil War buff, knows all this crazy, amazing, just knowledge when it comes to the Civil War. It's amazing. So I said, well, let's try to find a Civil War movie that maybe you and I both haven't seen, and we found Shenandoah, which comes in this James Stewart collection I have here. We had not yet seen the movie, and it is a Civil War based movie, so we decided to check it out. And probably my favorite Jimmy Stewart movie as of this date. He is amazing in this. His character, just everything out of his mouth is just an amazing one-liner. I mean, he is just, I don't want to say like insulting, but he's kind of a smartass, but like in a really cool, like cocky sort of like full, or not I want to say full of himself, but sure of himself sort of way. Like he's not like a jerk. He just wants people to kind of leave him and his family alone, and he'll let you know it. And it's really, really awesome. He plays this father who's his wife has passed away, and he's got I think like 8 kids, and there's a wife and one of the kids living with them. So he's got like all these kids living with them. Some of them are older. One of them, the boy, is younger. I think he's 16, and his name in the movie is just Boy. I don't know what that's about. I think they never named him, actually. I think that's what happened. His wife passed away, like I think during childbirth, and never named him. Anyway, so they have this family, and they're just trying to do what they do. They work on a farm, and they do all the crops, and they plow the fields, and they take care of the animals. They do everything they have to do on the farm. And I love the scene where they're sitting down to dinner, and they go to pray, and Jimmy Stewart basically says like, we plowed the fields, we planted the crops, we dug up the crops, we cooked all this, we did everything ourselves, but Thanks anyway. Like, basically, you know, no thanks to you, God. This whole meal is because of us. Why am I thanking you? But whatever, thanks anyway. It was a really funny scene. Just something you don't expect to hear out of, like, you know, Jimmy Stewart's mouth, but it was hilarious. Yeah, they're doing this farm, but of course the Civil War's going on, and you have all these battles taking place, like, right around them. They can hear the gunfire, they can hear the cannons, all this stuff. The Civil War is moving closer and closer and closer to them. But they want nothing to do with it. Jimmy Stewart wants nothing to do with it. For the family member, for the most part, wants nothing to do with it as well. They don't care about slavery because they don't have slaves. You know, whether they wanted to stay around or go away, they're kind of indifferent. It seems like they're not for slavery, but at the same time, they just kind of say whatever. This is not our war. We just want to, you know, raise our farm and just leave us the heck alone. But of course, the Confederate Army wants them to join, wants the kids to join the army because they need all the soldiers they can get, and yada yada yada, and they're constantly coming by and stuff. So they're trying to stay out of this war, but over time they end up getting involved in it. Everything from the youngest kid being mistaken for a Confederate soldier and taken as a prisoner of war, which is pretty crazy. One of his sons, and I don't mean to do spoilers here, but spoilers, one of his sons getting shot, and you know, them having to go off and of course look for that kid. One of his other kids is killed, and his wife is murdered as well. Luckily, and again, spoilers here, the baby's okay, but it's just all this stuff. The Civil War basically comes on their doorstep. They want nothing to do with it. They try to stay away from it, but the Civil War comes to them, and they end up getting involved, even though they try their hardest to stay out of it. They just couldn't stay away from it. They might not be doing any fighting. They might not be out on the battlefields with all the soldiers. They might not be in uniform, but they still ended up getting involved. They just could not stay away from the Civil War, and they just could not stay out of it like they wanted to. So, really interesting movie. I loved it. Again, Jimmy Stewart is the most amazing I have ever seen him. I love him in this movie, and I now think this is my favorite James Stewart movie. I've seen plenty of his stuff. I love James Stewart, and this here, like I said, I think is now my favorite as of this date. I still have some of his movies I got to see yet, but this one was so good. So Shenandoah, definitely check it out. It was fantastic. An interesting Civil War movie that's not necessarily 100% like a Civil War movie, just kind of this family where the Civil War is taking place around them. So, again, fantastic, amazing. Sorry if I spoiled some stuff for you, but you were warned. Yeah, again, this is fantastic. Shenandoah, see the movie. It was amazing, and Chris loved it as well. Alright, so I'm off to take some allergy medicine now because I am dying here, and again, I do apologize if I sounded all nasally and just horrible today. Again, I do apologize for that. Hopefully, I'll get over this soon. So a lot of what I showed you guys today that I picked up from the yard sales, which again was just such an amazing haul, a lot of that will be going to the Cinema Sickness store, including the Wii. You can find a link to that down below in the description of this video, so definitely check that out if you have interest in any of this stuff. Again, a lot of it will be going to the store. So as always, guys, be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, hit that subscribe button if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day. Be sure to check out Patreon to help support the show. The simple donation of $1 a month, that's only $12 a year or more if you like, really does help out, goes back into the show, and really it just is very much appreciated, and it gives you early access to most of my videos as well. Of course, definitely check out Spreadshirt to grab yourself a Cinema Sickness t-shirt, and again, check out the Cinema Sickness store on Instagram. Links to all that can be found down below in the description of this video. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you guys tomorrow, and I really gotta get to bed. See you guys then. Bye. Wow, Disney, I love you, but when this happens just by pushing the pin into some corkboard, that's not too good.